why spend $150 million on an enterprise that a lot of people say is shaky on its front, and that you really don't have a lot of visibility into their financials? What's the long play here? What's the bet here? What's your pitch?
There's no question what Carl Lindner and the Lindner family and Scott Farmer and the Farmer family, this is a legacy investment. This is about making our community better for our children and grandchildren. There will come a time decades from now that people will look back and say, I can't imagine Cincinnati not having a FC Cincinnati, not having professional soccer. When you think of soccer as the only sport that allows global promotion, and we compete in a global economy for investment, for jobs, for talent, we need to have professional soccer. MLS matches are broadcast in 170 countries worldwide. That doesn't happen in Major League Baseball. It doesn't happen in NFL. It happens in soccer. And so for Cincinnati to be up there in the first tier of American cities in the quest for jobs and talent, ultimately which supports a tax base that allows a high quality of life for all of our citizens, we need to be in that game. We need to be winning in that game globally. And soccer is a vehicle to make that happen. When FC Cincinnati when our match against Valencia is being broadcast live in Spain, when Copa is doing a video that's going to be broadcast in countries worldwide, when FIFA is doing a video being promoted and broadcast in countries worldwide, that's promoting Cincinnati. Our name is FC Cincinnati. We're not the Lions. We're not the Tigers. We're FC Cincinnati. We did that on purpose. We're promoting our city. That tiger is the tiger, or the lion. Our lion is the lion of St. Mark the Evangelist, because we want all of our fans, we want what FC Cincinnati is about to be evangelizing our city. The Wings, a rising city. And so, listen, that's what this is all about. And certainly there are some investors who have the means to be a part of that legacy investment. Do we think soccer is going to be a good investment long term? We do. Because it's the biggest sport in every other corner of the world. This is about the only advanced country where it's not.
So when you talk to these guys, you clearly make that your pitch, and you say, hey, the returns, to be mercenary about it for just a second, the returns may not be great at first. We see a long play here. Obviously, the next TV deal's got to come into place and everything else. But you're doing this for the good of the community. You're not really going to make a lot of money. I mean, I don't mean to sound crass about it, but
well, let me offer. Those are your words.
I agree.
I don't get into that and I haven't needed to get into that. But I make it clear that this is a legacy investment. This is an investment that's for the good of the community. We also think it's a lot of fun. I mean, I think you could ask any of our existing owners, but starting with Carl Lindner, has this been a lot of fun?
Right.
And so, in our minds, that is the focus.
Okay.
Do you think that clubs like Atlanta United, obviously like a newer generation of club, they're kind of, are they helping change the narrative of profitability in MLS? I mean, like there are some numbers out there that indicate a lot of these teams are not profitable.
Forbes went public a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I assume you guys saw it.
Yeah.
I mean, there it is right there.
Yeah.
Black and white for you.
Right.
Do you think you can...
And Gerber's clearly said that the league, much less U.S. soccer, is losing money hand over fist, too. That's kind of why I'm asking now. I mean, Carl Linder's a very good businessman,
Mm-hmm.
right? And your investors are...
That's why I use the term. It's the term that Carl and I use. This is a legacy investment. This is about making Cincinnati a world-class American city. And soccer gives us a mantle to do that. Love of city is what guides this.
Right.
I mean, I think you guys...
What do you say to the critics who call this the MLS in general? And, obviously if FC Cincinnati becomes a part of that, I've heard everything from Ponzi scheme to a failing enterprise to it's never going to succeed. And I'm not trying to be the negative person, but I mean, kind of have to ask those questions,
Listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Right. I don't know that everyone has all the data to make an informed opinion or not, but everyone's entitled to their opinion. I think some of those critics sound like a lot of the people that told me when I left the Cincinnati Bengals to do this that I was crazy. that it would never work here. Oh, people have tried it before. It's never worked. It's never going to work here. And I like those kind of critics. They inspire me every day when I get out of bed.
If you win the bid, say name change stays the same, colors stay the same, everything stays the same pretty
Ooh,
much.
You beat me to a good one, James.
Yeah. I mean, overall, we're doing two stories here. One is, hey, look at the financial model, all of that. But then another story we're going to look at doing is how does the fan experience change?
Yeah.
Other than better players and maybe a nicer
yeah.
stadium.
Can I slide in here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole color
like
thing.
one of the a really common thing, even for clubs like Minnesota United that just came on this year, they made it like the just the slightest of tweaks to their crest, their symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Do you foresee even anything like that coming?
I would imagine there'd be some tweaks.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.